So, hello property people, that was Findhorn Bay, and I'm just going to give you a village tour of actually Findhorn and Findhorn Foundation. But yeah, it was a cracking bay. So let's get a set up in the car. We'll do a wee driving tour of Findhorn. There we go. Yeah, Findhorn is one of these coastal villages that is kind of a gem of the Moray coast, really. It's a very, very ancient village, a lot of fisher cottages in there. And opposite, the other side of the bay, Findhorn Bay, there's Culbin Forest. There used to be Culbin Village there, and it was consumed some time ago by a sandstorm, and it was completely covered with sand. And I'm sure if you start digging in the sand, you'd find it eventually. But I'll put some information in the description below as usual. So we're going to go straight onto the village, but turning right there takes us to the eco village. Findhorn Foundation was the Universal Hall. Really interesting place, actually. So let's just come in. So there's Forres is the nearest town, and there's Kinloss about 3 miles further behind us. And Kinloss was a RAF base, I think it's an MOD base now, and they used to fly Nimrods there. My own personal family connection is quite strong to Findhorn. My dad was born in Forres, and they had relations in Findhorn. And as a youngster, I learned to sail at Findhorn, and we had a holiday caravan down here that we just used for personal use. My childhood was spent in Findhorn at weekends and holidays, sailing and motorbiking the dunes and just having a generally fantastic time. In addition, personally, I met my wife in Findhorn. First time I ever met her was in Findhorn, so a lot of personal connections for me here. And I just love coming here. It's great for a day out, for walks on the beach, amazing sands, and a really, really nice community. I think of buying a house here many, many years ago, but problem with Findhorn, it's one of these kind of hot spots in so much as if it's £100,000 in Forres, it'll be £300,000 here, such as the huge demand for Forres. And I think as we drive by, you'll perhaps get an idea of why that is. To our right, there are traditional cottages. And to our left, there's the two piers, north and south pier, and then there's a point there in the woodland area beyond the bay there is the Culbin Forest that I mentioned earlier. It's got the Kimberley Inn on the right, great place for a pint and a meal several times. Got an anchor to the right there as well. Nice beer garden. And to the left here with this little canopy over it is the Royal Findhorn Yacht Club. So ahead of us there are now flats. That used to be the Culbin Hotel. Used to go there to discuss when I was a wee lad. There's things here. There's a heritage centre as well, a museum. So going straight on takes us up to the boatyard, and there's a lovely cafe there where we cut off and come through. So a feed, there's an ice cream. I'm just going to go down here just to show you where the car park is to get to the beach. There's barriers and all sorts, so I'm not going to go and spend any money on parking because I'm not going to park up. Yeah, well worth a visit. Yeah, the beaches are just amazing. Miles and miles of beaches. So those houses there in front of us, their view is straight onto the bay. Head back into the village. One Moray Alta's had one of these cottages on the left. And a little building just to the right there with the green soffits. I think that's an art studio now. It used to be the Bunty Fish and Chip Shop. I used to always come down. Well, you come down on a Friday night after school, and Mum and Dad would come down and we'd be sent to the chippy for our tea. So these are the traditional cottages again on the left here. Key store. It's got a post office as well. There's a bakery on the left there. So yeah, it's a lovely, quaint village. It's just such a nice place. So that's just going back out the road we came in. Now this is access to the beach. Beach. I'll just take a wee run here. There was new houses getting built last time I was down this way. Yeah, it's up here. There's a van there, so I'm not going to get. So just get turned. We get turned here. That's the modern way. Put barricades up and charge people to get into a beach. So we're going out of the village, but I want to go into Findhorn Foundation, which is a spiritual and eco type place. But it's got the Kingdom Hall, and we quite often come through to see gigs there. There's loads of gigs there, really good stuff comes through here. So it's a bit different. It's very like a horseshoe kind of theatre. Not the right word for it, but it is. It's great. It's quite intimate and not too big, and we've been to some fantastic venues here, gigs here. There's a holiday campsite here as well. Let's just have a look around. We're sitting at 22 degrees today, and I've discovered if my fan is switched off in the car, the sound quality is much better with my lapel mic. So I'm sitting here with my heating or my air conditioning switched off, all roasting. So yeah, just up there's the Phoenix Cafe and Kingdom Hall. I think we'll just turn right. Show you some of the very individual houses being built here over the years. But it's well worth having a visit here. Actually, there's lots of walks in the woods. You can go on. And the cafe's amazing, and if you get a chance to go to some of the gigs here, well worth it. Really well worth it. It's got a huge spiritual side as well. So it's very well established now, these houses. It's not like a bloke to say he's lost, but I'm lost. Go this way. So to give you an appreciation of the individual eco designs we've got here. Again, I'll put a link in the description below. You can find out some more information. So there's the Moray Arts Centre to the left there. I'll just keep going until I get to Kinloss. You can see there's a kite surfer there just getting his kite ready. Wow. I think I should be able to slow down and show you there's a Nimrod called the Duke of Edinburgh that's um, it's just a static display as far as I'm aware, but 25, 30 years ago there was Nimrods flying from here constantly, part of the air defence. Slow down and turn the camera and let you have a look at that. I don't know if you can see it there. The Nimrod, Duke of Edinburgh. So yeah, that's not only is it a very pretty village, but I'm very emotionally connected to Findhorn for the reasons I gave earlier, not least of which I was lucky enough to meet my wife there a few years ago now, but we still go back very regularly. So that's us coming into the village of Kinloss now. So if you got this far, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you in the next one.